KP9AIT with the Monday version of the Coffee Clutch Net. A two from my home QTH. Nina. So, is there anybody else who'd like to check in through the net? Please call KP9AIT.
KP9AIT, KC90
I got you, Lee. KC9 Zulu Victor Zulu. Anybody else like to check in?
KP9 RPH.
Dave, KP9 RPH. Got you in the list. Anybody else like to check into the Coffee Clutch Net? KP9AIT.
KD9 VVO.
And I got KD9 VVO. I got you on the list. This is KP9AIT with the Monday version of the Coffee Clutch Net. Anybody else like to check into that? Call KP9AIT.
This KD9 VLP right here in Appleton.
C9 VLP, I got you, Roy. Anybody else like to check into the net? This is KP9AIT.
KD9 PXA, good morning, everybody.
9TXA, I've got you on the list also. And anybody else like to check in? My YL says that you went outside, take the dog out, and it was really cold outside. That must be a warning to me. Anybody else like to check in? KP9AIT.
KD9QHQ.
I got KD9QHQ. Anybody else? I got KC9 Zulu Victor Zulu, KD9 RPH, KD9 VBO, KC9 VLP, KD9 TXA, KD9 HQ, and is there anybody else that I missed? KP9AIT. Well, let's just run the list today. Not too many on the list. Let's just run the list today, see what's going on in the world. So with that, KC9 Zulu Victor Zulu.
KD9 Zulu. Good morning, everybody. 25 degrees, windy, sunshine, but with that wind, it'll be a cold day. Going out for lunch today, and come back home and play radio. So back over to Dave. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Lee. Nice to do the victory. Not a whole lot going on. I don't know about the Packers. They've lost again there. That's good. I think their playoff hopes are pretty much out of it. Well, not quite, but they got to start doing something pretty good to have a chance to in the hunt here. But other than that, not a whole lot going on. Turn over to 89 DO.
Thank you. Yes, KD9 VVO. I was hoping you weren't going to mention the Packers because as a Chicago Bears fan, well, let's leave it there. I don't think I can say nothing else. But anyhow, yes, sad for the Packers. I will say that. And that's all I'll say. But anyhow, you know, good day. Very cold. I was out just minutes ago, and it was just brutal. I could not believe the wind. Only 25 degrees ago. It sure felt like it was zero. I go on the radio and don't go outside. I can't get my wife for anything. I'll take it. I'll give it to Roy. Actually, KC9BL. Roy. Good morning, everybody. It's KC9BL here. Yeah, the wind right now, the wind is right down on the boy.
Thank you, Roger. 89 today. Yeah, it is. It is kind of winter out there today. I'm going to go for a walk this morning like I usually do, and I looked out the window and see my wire antenna way inside the fire, and I was like, no, not happening. It's winter again. Summer. What else? Yeah, I don't know. It's Monday. We have parts tonight. That'll be fun. Looks like Tempe is open and yes, coming through, but I was looking at Stan, and it said that it was going to be like Stan, so but I don't know. It's there. So, I don't know. I'm going to pass it on. Mix 89 TXA over to KD9 QHQ.
Oh, thank you very much. Morning, everybody. I'm not going to make it to the meeting tonight. I was in Virginia for a week, came back last Tuesday, and while I was gone, apparently every bad thing in my house that could happen has happened. The old diabetic blind dog had to be, say her final goodbyes, which I was kind of hoping she would be here through Christmas, but she had enough, which is fine. She lived a very long life. She was almost 14 for a Husky Shepherd mix. That's a long life. And then on top of that, my refrigerator went out while I was gone, and my wife lost a whole bunch of food. Well, we lost a whole bunch of food. My wife had to deal with that. And we can't get a new refrigerator delivered maybe the day after Christmas. They're going to try and squeeze us in this week. But we don't know. So I am basically eating out and whatnot for the next, week or so. So yeah, I mean, I have a refrigerator in the basement for stuff, but yeah, it's funny. The refrigerator upstairs, 10 years old, 11 years old, gives up the ghost. The one in the basement's like 30-some years old and still running like a champ. These new refrigerators, man, I don't know. So, yeah, let's see, 11 years old, that would put it exactly 1 year after the warranty on the compressor expires, which I think is what went out. So, it was time for a new one. We didn't like the old one really anyway. We went and bought a new stove at the same time. So the stove we basically got half price with all the rebates and whatnot. Bundling the two, whatever, grand appliance. It turned out pretty good. We'll see how installation and delivery goes. So far, so good. Anyway, I rambled enough, and I will pass it back to Terry. K9, QHQ.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm always sad to hear that the family population and stuff. I had a few of those myself, those are always tough times to go through. So I'm looking at the solar numbers, and geez, they're really odd because 155 and 36 and 36, horrible numbers. You'd think the bands would be poor at best, but they're really not. I don't know if they're going to deteriorate as the day goes on, but 10 and 12 meters is a lot of DX activity. 156 and 36 to 156 is good, to 36 is bad, 3 is bad. Hey, and then, so we'll have to see how it goes. Let me reset. I don't have a bunch to do today. I'm going to see how the radio progresses. I've got business stuff I got to take care of with making some stuff, coils, and answering things. The bulk of my day. And then I have to make the pitch I'm bringing to the meeting tonight. So don't forget the meeting tonight. If you can make it, you do have that FTM 200 radio. Hope for somebody that. So with that, let's see if there's anybody else out there to check in. Maybe 90 IT? Okay, Johnny AJT. Got 89 AJT. Anybody else? Alright, well, let's go to round 2. We'll start with Laurel, and Laurel, you can send it to AC9 Zulu Victor Zulu for round 2.
Good morning, everybody. I got something going on with my sensor that I got a buzz on, so I won't be talking too long. I just got up, tried to get on, and got a couple radio problems here, so on to Victor 2 Zulu Zulu.
Thank you there. K9 don't know much more. Soccer game was a disappointment. I didn't even watch the whole game. I just got didn't like what I saw, and that's too bad. I thought maybe they would be a good team this year to show up Rogers, that they would not need him, but it can't go that way. The whole today, Rogers. Yeah, I hear you, Lee. Anyway, that was something else. Well, maybe next week we'll, I think we play the Bears. I don't know. I think that. I haven't said to him. We'll see how it goes. With that, turn it over to K9 CTO.
Thank you. Yeah. Mike talking about refrigerator. I've dealt with brand appliance quite a bit. They seem to be pretty good. We get quite a few appliances from them. Every month or so. I actually have to order a dishwasher right now, and they seem to do pretty good in install. And yes, the new appliances, they sure look fancy, and they're nice, but they're nothing like the old ones. The old ones will last forever. The new ones, they have probably a third of the lifespan on them, which is very encouraging. I know they have double the price, third of the lifespan. Imagine that. But anyhow, I sent my amp down to Florida to get worked on, and I'm watching the doggone tracking on that thing, and it just wasn't going anywhere. It's almost a week. As of today, it's supposed to be there in 3 to 4 days. And somebody on social media, I didn't talk about it at all, social media, but they just had a random message, like something like, what, somebody is having issues with a person. Don't worry about it. It's all good. So today I looked, and it's actually found, after all these days, there's movement on the computer that it's in the town it's supposed to be in. So imagine that. Anyhow, we'll pass it down to Roy, KC9, PL.
Right. Yeah, sorry to hear about your dog, Mike. We ourselves don't have intent to get for a short time, a long time ago, kids, but I understand. I know my sister's gone through it. My brother, two different people. A long time. It's hard. Really do about that. And he's rich, yeah. Okay, those 11 years. I guess they say the new ones don't last that long. We have a man I hear. I tried to find a date to it. I didn't believe it had it for a long, long time. They were on Mike. That's I think about 30 years old. That's also great. I'm thinking the refrigerator can go out someday. I think weird noises at night, but it might just brought back to it. But it won't surprise me someday that and this life too. So with that, I want to pass this on down to you. Go ahead, Dave. Keep the old right?
Yeah, this is Sadie right here. Yeah, sorry for your puppy. That's bad. I'm 14. That's tough there. And I do have a 4-foot, like a dog style one, if you want to use it. But one month to it. And I'm looking out the window, and now it's snowing, and it's open. And I don't know what's going on. It's just been one of those weird ones. But, yeah. Anyway, yeah, the Packers, well, I don't really give a football much, but if I do, it's Chargers. I know. So, this is page 99, UH2.
Thanks, Dina, and thanks everyone for your condolences. So we only had the puppy for 2 years. She was basically my in-laws, and when she got diabetes and stuff, they couldn't afford to take care of her. They couldn't afford the insulin and stuff. But the vet thought she was. I mean, when we brought her home, didn't think she was going to last more than a few days at that point. But we got 2 more years out of her. So yeah, I mean, definitely miss her. Grew to love her and stuff. But yeah, it wasn't unexpected. It just I feel bad because my wife had to go through without me because I was in Virginia. Had a stuck in a data center. And thanks for the refrigerator offer, Dina. We've got, like I said, I've got one down here. I do have a mini fridge that we're using upstairs that I used to have in my office. I started to use it for beer brewing a long time ago, but I haven't done that forever. So we have stuff. It's just I'm not running out to buy groceries and stuff to throw in there because I don't really have refrigeration. We'll find out hopefully by the end of today where our firm delivery date is, and hopefully it'll be this week sometime. Otherwise, it's going to make for a annoying Christmas without any kind of refrigerator because we have the family come over on Christmas Eve, and the wife usually makes up a whole bunch of stuff, and it's going to be hard to do without too much refrigeration. But if it comes down to it, my mom she's offered her refrigerator storage, so I just run over there and put stuff in her fridge and then pour it back out. So she's coming over too. And as for the Packers, I see the Monday morning quarterbacks online when I looked this morning are all calling for Joe Barry's head, which I think is the defensive coordinator. I have not paid attention to the Packers this year hardly at all. I do know that this week my fantasy football team did awful, but this was probably the best week for them to do awful since I'm sitting in first place in my league. And I could afford to drop this game. Looks like half my team was out for injuries or sickness or whatever. Anyway, I have rambled enough, and I will pass it back to Terry. This is Katie Knight, UH. Oh no, Gary. It's Gary. No, I mix you guys up all the time. I don't know why. This is Katie Knight, UH2.
It's very good. Well, speaking of the mail, I don't know if anybody's ever heard my story, and if I've said it before on the radio, I apologize for that. But I have a bunch of retired mail guys from the mail carrier service who have a golf league at the golf course I work at in the summer. And chatting with them one day when we were having some issues about the same thing about something not moving, and he says, well, you got to understand that some of the post offices are very good at scanning packages, and some of them don't care at all. And there's no rules that says they got to scan. So depends on what that postmaster wants. Plus, this time of year, a lot of stuff goes into containers, and they scan the container, but they don't scan the packages that are in the container. So it can go from here to Florida in that container after 3 or 4 post offices, and nothing gets scanned as far as individual packages. So this time of year that is not uncommon. We've had probably, let me recheck. Probably had this month 8 or 10, 12 inquiries of exactly the same thing. My package hasn't moved, and they finally get it. That's just the way it is. Well, let's see if there's anybody else out there. Let's check in for the last round, and we'll do a 73-round call it a day. Anybody else? KB9AIT? Hey, let's start again with that acoustic feedback guy. Sounds like you had a microphone too close to something, or a microphone too close to the speaker. 89HAT.
So 89HAT, and I think I found the problem. And the gain set too high, so it's squealing at me. So anyway, you guys have a good day. Stay warm. On the refrigerators and stuff, what's happened is the federal government have required change of the refrigerant, and they require much higher pressures on the compressor, and mechanical stuff doesn't like to work at high pressures. They tend to wear out bearings and load them over. Plus, in my case, when I had to replace my refrigerator, electronics board went out, and that was either $700 or a new refrigerator. So I went with the new refrigerator, and then when my dryer dishwasher went out, they had to order a part, and it took me 5 weeks to get the part. So, it's kind of sad. Anyway, you guys take care, and 73 all.
Hey, Zulu, Victor Zulu.
Vacation Zulu, Victor Zulu. Yeah, Gary, I could tell you a lot about the post office and the mail down in Florida. When I lived down there near my parents, we had what they call star mail that was all mail from the main post office to the other poet jokers. I can tell my story about mail, about packages that get market, about packages that shake, just about everyone's in them got broke, all kinds of stuff. So have a good day and we'll talk to you maybe once. Very good. Hey, and not a whole lot else going on here. So just say doesn't change to everybody, and maybe catch you on Wednesday. No, I won't be on Friday. We'll probably be on Friday. So we'll see you 72, and everybody have a good week. And we turn it over to KB9BB
Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Gary, for the story. I was seeing a radio part. I think I was stressing, hoping that they would scan it, but there was no movement in almost a week, and I'm seeing something not right. But yeah, you dead on that one, man. Just got to learn patience. Definitely good luck. See how stressed. Hey. But as far as appliances, geez, handling nutrition, 30 years working on stuff, it's always been my forte. And some of the old appliances we got around here, one of them I remember a washing machine had a problem with it, and found out what the problem was. It took me quite a bit. I'm not wanting to compare a guy, but when I found how easy the problem was and how easy it was to get it repaired, the part sometimes, I just swapped it out. But it absolutely doesn't pay, to work on stuff because, and it's not designed to be worked on, that's bottom line. But, sometimes simple parts, capacitor or, equipment board, that's not simple. And I think they make it that way, like the original light bulb. It was made to last forever. Then people realize we're not making money this way, so they were out of luck. So anyhow, that's my story here. We'll pass it on to Roy. 89 PBO beer.
Okay, this taking in the LPI to Brandon. Being from the old school and being in maintenance for 40 years, going way back, we replaced parts, and not the whole unit, especially when you work at industrial, you got to replace parts. But yeah, that's why I heard that's pretty good about it. I think Lorel's got a good point. You get the new refrigerant have to run at such a high pressure. That's why when I bought a new air conditioner unit 20 years ago, it was actually not just a new one. It was our first central air. The new refrigerants were out that run at high pressure, and it was another brand we would have bought, but they ran at the high pressure. So I stayed with the older Freon type, and knock on wood, our unit is running over 20-some years. It runs like a champ yet. So, but with that, everybody have a great day. I didn't watch much of the Packer game. I was hoping, I was cheering on the Nebraska girls volleyball team, but Larry's school, the girls fell flat on her face, just like Wisconsin did on, I think it was Thursday night. Wisconsin fell apart. Only reason Wisconsin was in the Final Four, and the only reason I take some interest in it is my next door neighbor. He's got his own business, training girls how to play volleyball, and he trains a lot of them all over the area. He tells them different things about it. His two of his daughters were very, very good at volleyball. foot north to a state championship a couple of years ago when she was at home college now. But I took an interest in what he tells me about volleyball. I don't know much about it, but there's all these different. But Wisconsin lost, and so did Nebraska, and Texas came out on top. They were really, really good. With that, everybody have a great day. Hope to see some of you as many to make it to the meeting tonight and the Christmas party. So I'll say 73 and turn it over to Dean at 89 TSA. This is DLP Right.
Okay, so I just taken a TSA. I don't know anything about refrigerators, so I can't but I do know something about microphones and plug-in, and yes, they definitely will. I found that out many of my business years. But, yeah, nothing. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see everybody coming in here tonight. I'll get started up here. Over to you tonight.
I will probably do a small refrigerator. I probably still water line stuff inside there. And then one of those front water dispenser things. Every place that I could newer washers and dryers, like I had a hard 12-hour washer. Well, I replaced that. Pretty much it up. You can look online. You'll see the YouTube video on how to fix it. You can usually do it. I just realized, the wife and I just realized that every single appliance in our house was marked to be LG deficit, and I don't know why, because I never wanted that to happen. And we went in with the refrigerator as not an LG. Because we have an LG dishwasher that has given us nothing but problems to put it in. That's going to be the next thing to replace. Yeah, LG dishwasher, LG microwave. We have an LG washer and dryer, and now we're going to have an LG fridge. And no, because apparently they get great reviews that people ain't happy with them. The real bad part with them is customer service and trying to get parts. I guess part availability is a little difficult, but we're kind of in the world of, hey, throw the thing out, get a new one at this point. If I have to get parts, I'll just try and do it from a third party, or I'll just wait. I can be patient. But, yeah, all right, I will say 73, everybody. I got to get back to work anyway, and I will pass it back to Gary. It's K9, QHQ.
Hey, thanks everybody for checking in. Hope to see everybody at the meeting tonight. And I will be running the net on Wednesday. Friday's up in the air yet. We're not going to make in Fremont this week on Friday, so I'll probably run it from home. So with that, 7-3 to everybody. I'll see you on the radio on Wednesday. Take it 9 AIT.
BBO, this is 89 DLP.
Go ahead, Roy. This is
I got distracted. You said something this night about what I think maybe this is the store, the brand. We're having a great deal of luck with kids. The trade does so bad. Know what the direction put up.
Now, my personal opinion, dealing with appliance quite a bit, is property manager. is a very good brand. You know, I would definitely go with LG. They're a little bit more expensive, but Mike said, you know, what Mike said was dead on. You know, the reviews are good. A lot of people aren't complaining about them too much. We get a lot of Amana, GE, you know, they're all different names, but on the medium end of appliances, I believe they're all basically made at the same places, and they just have different names on them. I'm not sure about LG. They are probably not in that category. Otherwise, they'd be like every other appliance. But yeah.
One other a number of units that ship so many before and after a bad unit to the big box stores and the regular appliance stores that handle probably nothing much more than appliances. Get the first run or they have the model numbers on them. Is there any proof of that?
Yeah, I don't know, Roy. That's another good question. We deal with Grand Appliance and actually a couple other bigger places because of our need for volume. But I'm finding out that the smaller places like this place, like I live up around the, you know, in Clintonville, we got Shawano, we got Green Bay, and, you know, that's about it. But Shawano's probably the closest place. And I used to try to deal with them. We don't deal with them anymore. I think it was Heinz and Shawano that we dealt with here. But the thing I'm finding out with those smaller places is they're so booked up on their service calls that if you do have a problem, it's going to take a while. And that's pretty much the way it is on any kind of service right now. You have a little bit better luck on the bigger stores with service. And you'll probably get a better deal, the truth of the matter. But it's all a horse apiece, you know. Things have been changing so rapidly, get good or get bad, that by the time you start giving them a bad name, they've improved their, you know. So it's really a horse apiece. But yet, there are typical flows of things, and that's pretty much my opinion of, you know, how things go.
Okay, I guess one would be like washers and dryers. We're still on our second dryer with the Maytag. They have and the way the electronic sensors, we always bought them. It was $40 more 50-some years ago to buy the electric dryer with the electronic sensors than with a timer. But the timer you have to put on, it's not quite dry, add more time, and you have too much time with it. We've had really good luck with the electronic sensors. The clothes are always dry, they're not overdrive. And we're only on now it's our second Maytag dryer. We're only on our third washer now. The first two were Maytag, and one of the appliance stores, the newer washers have a different agitation to them. Now we're talking top loaders. Front loaders, we don't have any front loaders, but our top loader is basically runs the same as the older Maytag. It's a speed clean, but the speed clean is very expensive. The way it's made and the way the agitation goes, that thing will probably run 20 years beyond me. And it uses a whole different cycle. The old Maytag motor runs one way and it washes, the brake kick in, motor the appliances you get to pay probably somewhat more from, especially when it comes to washers, because there's washers out there that you can buy for less than half the price of ours. With that, back to you, Brian. KT9VLP, Roy.
Yeah, Roy, it sounds like you got a better handle on it than a lot of people. You're absolutely right in everything you said. You know, it's hard because with, in my opinion, grounding now, you know, ever since they changed the code to run a fourth wire to these appliances, not so much the washing machine, but the dryer, the electronics are more protected, and people aren't getting shocked, you know, like they used to. But, you know, the mechanics on them are good. You know, they're either going to work or they're not going to work. And when things go bad, the more expensive one, the thing that's better on, you know, like the Maytag, would be when parts go out, they're a little bit easier to get, you know. But the thing about all appliances, like let's say Mike's appliance, you know, his capacitor might have went out, you know, just overloaded his compressor for some reason. Maybe too much heat built up behind it. Maybe the fins aren't clean. You know, who knows? And it blows the capacitor, which shuts down the whole unit. You know, those capacitors are $10. You know, now I'm not saying that's his situation because I don't know. But there are some of these appliances, people like you and I, you know, we can repair these simple parts that we can get to. But, you know, some of them again, you know, sounds like Mike has a pretty good handle on his replacing his water line. So, you know, you just got to do a little bit of homework, like it sounds like people like you, myself, and Mike are doing. You know, you got to see what other people are saying, what the companies are saying, you know, get as much information as you can and make it best of an educated guess possible. But I agree with you. Buy the extra money. Get the appliance that's noted for being better in its quality and less maintenance if you can find that. That's actually getting harder to find, though. I'm sure a lot of people are realizing that. But anyhow, good conversation, Roy. I appreciate it. It's KT9VVO.
Okay, thanks, Brian. I won't keep it much longer. But one point is, with our refrigerator, we used to be much more up on the maintenance of it. The biggest maintenance on the refrigerator is keeping those coils clean underneath the seat. Years ago, the coils were laying or were across the back. That's a long time ago. And they didn't get real dirty, but with the fan now, most of them have a fan and they draw air in the back, blow it out the front. And they got those coils layered on top of each other about a half-inch apart. If that get off, what percentage of people get down on their hands and knees? And I actually have a special vacuum cleaner brush that I bought at A1 Vacuum. Real narrow and long and it extends out. And you get in between those coils. Just run that brush onto the vacuum cleaner, back and forth, and get that dust out of there. And years back, I didn't go one step further. We take the back off, the back cover on the bottom, and I would put the hose on blowing mode and blow the dust out. What I did was putting vacuum on it, blew out. And then when you got done with that, you had to vacuum the whole room. With the dust coming, blowing on the back and the dust coming out the front. But I haven't done that for a couple of years now. I don't think as far as blowing to it, but that reminds me I should, after Christmas, get down and check the coils and vacuum the dust out. So with that, I'll back to you, Brian, one more time, then I got to go too. This is KT9VLP over to KT9VVO.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. I'll let you go here too after this, but you're absolutely right. Preventative maintenance. That is the name of the game. And it sounds like you've worked at an industrial work, and I've done that many times. Working at the foundry, Wabaka changing motors out. That seemed to be good motors, working really good, spinning good, but they were on a cycle, and that's what kept that place running like a Swiss watch when I worked there. So even with your car, you know, I just changed out my lower fluids on the lower end. Yeah, I could go another, you know, 50,000, 100,000 miles or whatever. But little things like that go such a long way. 89 PBO, I'll be clear on your final.
My car, my oil changed last week Friday on my car because my tires are down to about 430 decades, maybe 5. And they give me a price on new tires. My tires on my car are real wide. It's a newer model in Tala. It's real wide tires on there, and I had trouble with traction with the original set. And I put this set on, so it goes to better in traction. But I think because of the snow coming and the size of the tire, I am going to call them back. And they give me 3 choices here on tires. Goodyear, Michelin, and Bridgestone. They said the Bridgestone would have the best traction and the best traction and high frequency noise. That would do better on that one. I got Michelin on my car now. They have a 10 dB more stiff, and my car rides plenty stiff. So let's buy that a little better traction. I'm going to order these tires, and it's not a dealership. I go to a very good repair shop, very honest. I could say that the word is accurate. They're on once a week on Friday night, 10, 11, and put their kid to put out a long ad. So, and they do a lot of big stuff, big trucks, and everything else. So with that, Dave, you have a great day. I didn't catch whether you're going to be at the party tonight or not. I'm trying to be there. So back to you, Brian, for your final. We're going to go 89 BPO, 89 GLP.
Well, Roy, it sounds like you got a good handle on things. You're spot on the tires. That's exactly what I found too. Okay, buddy. I might be there tonight. I'm still not sure.